How did you get the name Genesis Renji?
My real name is Elijah Furquan, and I'm the first Furquan out of me and my two younger brothers. So when I was young and I first started doing poetry, I was like, okay, my name's gonna be Genesis because it's the beginning, it's the first. So it made sense to me. And then throughout high school, I started doing more work, more poetry, more performing, more rapping. And I figured it, like, I Googled myself to see if I could find myself. And I didn't find myself because there's so many people with the name Genesis. At first it's a band, which I had never known about. And then there's all these other dudes named Genesis that I didn't like. That were horrible. There's actually one dude named Elijah Genesis, and that kind of pissed me off a little bit. So I was like, this gotta change. And my cousin, he's a graphic artist. He does like graphic comics and stuff. And his graphic comic book is Blaze Universe. And a lot of his artwork is anime influenced. So my character is actually influenced from the Bleach character Renji. So he gave my character that name, and I adapted the Renji name into my stage name, and that creates Genesis Renji. And Renji means in Japanese second love, and in Sanskrit it means to make happy. So my name means the beginning of second love, or the first to make happy.
Listen, we went from the latest to being the greatest.
Could you tell us about your most embarrassing moment?
Yeah, so I have a lot of those, but the one I sent you guys was about like how I used to get turned down by girls a lot. And I talked about when I asked this one girl out in high school. It was my freshman year of high school. I went to Rufus King, and we were in math class together. And she had a TI-84 calculator, the ones with the alphabets on them. So I was like, yo, can I borrow your calculator? And then I like used it for a math problem. And then I asked her, I was like, so, you know, I like you. I was really wondering if we could get this a shot, blah, 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 blah. And I turned it off, because it always saves it. I turned it off, slid the cover on, gave it back to her. And then she like uses her math, and I just like act like nothing's happening. And she waits to the end of class, and she's like, hey, I got your message. And she's like, I mean, I like you, but I don't like you like that. So, I mean, we could just be cool. I was like, okay, cool. So, yeah, that's one of my more embarrassing moments as a kid.
Right.
Ugh.
So, what do you like to do in your free time besides making music? Or
nothing. No. When I'm like a workaholic, but when I can, I really enjoy reading. I love reading. So I read as much as possible. I exercise when I can. I love playing sports. I don't really like watching that much. But movies too. I really love movies.
If you could perform anywhere, where and why?
Okay, 3 places. One, it'd be Summerfest Amphitheater, because I saw Lupe perform there for Panther Fest in 2011. That was hands down one of my favorite shows ever. 2, it'd probably have to be Lollapalooza, because I put it in a song and that's one of my goals, so I have to do Lollapalooza. And 3, it'd be the Madison Square Garden, because I think that's like every hip-hop legend's dream or accomplishment. Jay was there and sold it out. And Justin Bieber did it and sold it out, so I really want to do it now. So yeah.
What songs have you enjoyed writing and producing the most, and why?
Favoritism from my When We Make It mixtape. I enjoy that one the most because it samples it samples a song called Favorite Things from The Sound of Music musical, which I watched as a kid growing up, and I always wanted to sample that song ever since I was like 13. And so actually having a chance to do it made me feel a whole lot better, and I had a lot of fun making it. I like writing Freaks and Geeks Mosh, because I was putting 2 Childish Gambino songs together, and I just really wanted to have fun with that lyrically, so that was one of my favorite tracks. And my cover that I don't like, to Chief Keef's Don't Like, that's one of my favorites too, because I don't really cuss in my music. So on that one I just went like all out, and that was only I dropped it on my 19th birthday, my 20th birthday this year, and I went all out on that, just like spazzed. And that was only up for like a week, and then I took it offline. So I rarely perform that track. I usually do it live only. But yeah, those are my 3 favorites: Favoritism, Freaks and Geeks Mosh, and Don't Like.
What would you say is your most inspirational song?
That's a hard one. Probably Beyond Cloud 9 from the When We Make It mixtape, because that talks about me thinking about making it, like me dreaming about it, me sitting on the porch. Like what I usually used to do when it rained, I go on the porch and just think. And I think about making it, think about writing it, think about performing and touring. And then I talk about how I used to draw a lot in high school, but I started writing more and paying more attention to performing because it helped me get paid more. So I was able to do more things with the money. And then it ends with me talking about the future and what I want things to become. So essentially it just talks about like what's beyond Cloud 9, like what's beyond your dreams, your goals, what's beyond perfection. Like, can you strive past that? So that's probably my most inspiration.
Tell us a quick snapshot of what the year 2013 is going to look like for fans.
The year 2013 for fans? Okay. No, it's like, a lot of original music. Maybe a mini mixtape, but it'll be a lot of original music. A lot of shows, definitely a lot of shows. And I'm just gonna highlight February and June. Those are my bigger highlights. But yeah, it'll be a lot of original music, and you'll learn more about me as a person. I get a lot more personal.
Working all night, I swear we never going broke.